I have another intelligent battery charger to review in this video. This was an Adeaska SQ2. Like its bigger brother, the 4-cell, this is only a 2-cell version, and it can also function as a power bank. So let's open this one up, take a look at it, and see how this one performs. In this video, we're going to look at the Adeaska SQ2. Like its bigger brother, this is a lithium-ion compatible charger that will charge lithium-ion, nickel metal hydrate, and nickel cadmium batteries. This one will only do 2 cells, so we're going to take a look at this one, and we're going to charge up a couple of lithium cells and put this one through its paces. This is the second of, I guess, 5 chargers I'm going to be looking at in the next little bit. Here's the specifications for this one. We don't need to read no stinking specifications. You guys want to see what's in this one, I'm sure. So let's pop the back off and take a look at this one. One thing I should mention, and I didn't mention it with the SQ4, but it's going to have the same features as this one, is if you're not powered up, okay, if you don't give the unit power and you place a charged battery in here, you can use it to charge your device. It will output, so it will discharge the cells and it will output the energy. So you can use these batteries, if they're charged, you can use these batteries as a power bank and place a charge cell in and use it to charge up other devices. Anything that you can charge up with 5 volts. So that's another neat feature. I didn't mention it on the other charger, but it'll have the same features as this because it's the same brand of type charger. And looking at the instruction manual, okay, see, discharge operation. When the power is not connected to the charger, an inserted battery can be used as a power bank to provide current to external devices. This is insert a rechargeable battery in the right slot, and it will display the remaining power in USB plug. So you use the right slot as a discharge. And this one here, it tells you, it says on here USB to indicate this is the one that you would use. So like the last one, let's pop the screws out of the bottom and we'll take a look at the build quality off this one. Similar in design to the last one, we have our display controller here and our independent charge circuits. Here's our buck converters, processor, and our USB input. Now it's going to have 2 buck converters to convert the voltage down from the 5 volts incoming voltage down to the charging voltage for the batteries, and 1 boost converter to convert the voltage up when you're using this as a source to power other devices through USB. So that's why that has the three actual coils. The 2 470 microhenries are going to be used as the buck converters, and the 3R3 is going to be for your boost converter. Anyway, that's basically the unit itself. Get a closer view of the board here so you guys can see the construction. So here's your buck converters here that convert the voltage down from the incoming voltage to charge each individual circuit, each individual battery circuit and the controller. And this is going to be your boost converter side to boost the voltage up to 5 volts from the 3.7 coming off the battery when you're using this as a device to charge up other devices. So put the unit back together. And I'll power the unit up with my USB power supply. Like the last one, it lights up. It works exactly the same as the last one. And we'll put our 2 cells in and let the 2 cells start charging. And one cell's going to charge at 1 amp and the other one's only going to charge at a half an amp because my power supply that I've plugged this into is only 1.5 amp power supply. So this one's going to charge at a lower rate than the other one. We'll let these charge up and we'll check back on this thing and see how the batteries are coming along as they charge up. So as you can see, an hour and a half in, this one has kicked up to an amp on both sides as this cell has come up in charge. So far we've put 1355 milliamp hours into one cell, 1242 milliamp hours into the second cell. Now it's at 1243. These cells will take about 1800 milliamps because they were drained right down to a very low level as I left the flashlights turned on all night. So it's going to take a little while still for these cells to finish their charge and complete the charge cycle. So we'll just let this continue to charge up for a while here and see what our total time is for both cells once they're fully charged. Okay, what I found interesting on the Adeaska SQ2 is that once the battery was charged, it just shows full. It doesn't show me the capacity. It was showing me the capacity as the cell was charging, but unlike its bigger brother, the SQ4 Plus, which showed the amount that the cell took when it received its full charge, these ones show 00 at the time that the cell is fully charged, and just shows the voltage. Interesting. But they were going there for about 2 hours before the cells charged up, because the last time I checked it, it was showing the amount of charge that each cell had in it, and it was still charging. And then I went away and did something and came back and checked it at the 2-hour mark, and this is what I've got. Cells are charged. So that's interesting how this one charges. Anyway, that's a quick look at the Adeaska SQ2 battery charger. The link to this one is on the video. So we install the battery, it lights up. It'll say USB. I can then plug my phone in, and my phone will go into charge. So now I can use the energy in these standalone cells. I can use this as a USB power bank. So that's another feature that you can do with the Adeaska SQ2 charger. The big brother, the Adeaska SQ4 Plus, I know someone who commented on the last video saying it doesn't have discharge capabilities. Well, actually it does have discharge capabilities because you can use it to charge other devices. Whereas the SQ2, it only uses one cell. The SQ4, you can use all of your cells. So I can load, if I had 4 cells, I could load 4 cells into here, and I can have up to 4 cells for extra high capacity and plug that into my phone, and it will discharge the batteries to charge up my phone, and each one of these channels will shut off when the battery reaches its low charge. So for those concerned that it doesn't have the ability to discharge, it does have the ability to discharge and charge up your devices. So that gives this charger the ultimate in flexibility. Not only can you use it to charge all of your, both of these chargers, the ultimate in flexibility, not only can you use it to charge up your lithium-ion cells, but you can also use it if you need to generate power to charge up other devices. Now, of course, this functionality only applies to using it with lithium-ion cells. You can't put NiCads or nickel metal hydride into the unit and use it as a power bank. They have to be lithium-ion cells. As you can see, 2 of these batteries are not as fully charged as the other. One of them just came out of the charger. The other ones I've been playing around with in flashlights for a bit, and I've had them running. And as you can see here, these 2 outside cells here are discharging at a slightly different rate than this one, because this one just came fresh out of that single cell charger. The other ones were charged up in the 2-cell charger, but I also had them in the flashlights and was playing around with those flashlights last night. So they have some energy depleted, and as you can see, they are showing a similar charge, whereas the one that just came out of the single cell charger is showing a higher level of charge. I've had my cell phone charging up here for a couple minutes just to demonstrate this. So that's the ability of the SQ4 and the SQ2 as far as powering up other devices. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.